Alright, welcome back to the Supercoach Snuff channel. In this video, we're going to review our NRL Fantasy side after the two games in Las Vegas, as well as have a bit of more of a deep dive of the scores for those two games. Probably something we won't normally do in the review video, but given we've got not much else to talk about, we've probably got the time to go through it. But so far, so good, I suppose. The overall rank's not fantastic, but we didn't play that many players realistically. We only had 5 out of the 21. So that's probably more than my Supercoach team, to be fair. But I'm currently sitting on 182 points. And as you can see, it mostly came down to 3 of the players. So Cam Murray with our vice-captain score with 62 was an awesome return from him. We had Brandon Smith, who scored 47. And he did look pretty good as well throughout. Tupanua, who scored 22, but did go off early in the second half with a little injury. So hopefully it's nothing too serious. He can back up for the next game in 2 weeks' time. And then unfortunately, Peter Cora went off with a concussion, so got 0, which I'm not 100% sure on the fantasy rules, but we may get an emergency. I don't think we do. I think because he ran out and played, we don't get the emergency. In Supercoach, I know if you get a 0, you do get the auto emergency, but I think NRL Fantasy is a bit different. And Ben Travojevic with a 51, so he got the try, obviously, which was really nice, but 51 points from a 250k centre, that is absolutely awesome. So if we have a look at the games and how they went, so the first game, obviously, the Eagles were a bit too good for the Rabbitohs. But Latrell, he looked like he wanted it there at the start of the second half. Unfortunately, the other boys couldn't come with him at the back end of the second half, and the Eagles probably had a little bit more energy to finish. But 80 points from him. So a try, 2 assists, 2. That's try assists. This is try saves, isn't it? Yeah, TS is try saves. So really good defensively as well, which was nice. To see, and you get points for try saves, which is very handy in this format. But yeah, had a bit of everything. 7 tackle breaks. I'm pretty sure that is. Yep, tackle breaks. A couple of forced turnovers. 117 meters. So just all round good scoring from him. Ruben Garrick with the 74, obviously boosted a bit by the try and the goals, but was busy enough with 19 tackles and 214 run meters. So it was probably almost top. Tom Travojevic, Jason Saab with that massive intercept try, and he had that other big break as well. So a couple of big gains there from the Sea Eagles backs. Olaquatu getting a try as well, 69 points, so great start for him. Damien Cook, pretty solid with the 60, 42 tackles. Did run the ball as well, which was nice, a few kick meters. Tom Travojevic, he was amongst everything, so 55 points. Probably unlucky not to have an extra 16 points there. We got close a couple of times. Richie Kenner, so pretty interesting that he scored well because he did look quite defensively poor, missed 4 tackles on that edge, which sort of, I guess, led to some of the tries as well. But I guess, he was busy enough. 136 run meters, 14 tackles, 2 tries helps. But, I don't know if he'll actually get a second game. So probably one to keep an eye out on. We talked about Ben Travojevic. Cherry Evans was solid. Luke Brooks was okay, 43. Had 100 kick meters, which is handy. 23 tackles with 3 misses. So that's pretty decent return there for Brooksy. After that, I don't know if there's too much that's overly relevant. Gagai got a try. So if you played him as a bottom dollar cheapie, you take 29 points. He might even get a second game given how poor Richie Kenner was in defence. But after that, probably 30 just the rest of the gang there doing what they did. Um, and the Roosters and Broncos. So obviously the Roosters were a bit better on the day. I did only see half the game, so I can't really comment too much on it. But Joey Manu was awesome. So 165 run meters, try assist, that ridiculous flick pass. But yeah, making his tackles, breaking tackles, 8 tackle breaks. That's pretty impressive. Payne Haas, so if you captained him, you got 76. That's awesome. He is definitely the number one middle target. He was just a bit too expensive with, I guess, the other sort of players we wanted to lock into the team. And Terrell May was really good too. So, he was in the team for a bit. He sort of went out of the team. I think maybe the injuries on the bench, the injuries in the second row, may have affected the bench rotation and led him to, 54 minutes. But the fact that he was really good in those 54 minutes, as you can see, 28 tackles, 167 run meters, 3 offloads, no misses. That sort of suggests that he's got the big tank, can play the big minutes, and they can use him in that sort of um, scenario where, he might not start the game, but he comes on when a bit of fatigue sets in, and then he just plays through. They just rotate around him. Um, so, yeah, definitely one to consider trading in next week. Unlike Supercoach, the prices change every week in NRL Fantasy. So I guess, ideally you want to be on before they make their first big leap, but you've got to get on sooner rather than later. You don't want to miss the boat on some of these mid-price options. But Jordan Ricky was really good. 51 tackles, that's epic. Um, I do like Fantasy how it has all the stats just right here. Don't have to dig too deep like you do in Supercoach. But yeah, Radley was good getting a try, lots of work in the middle, as always. Reece Walsh, he was bobbing up everywhere, trying to make stuff happen. So, he loves the big stage. Tedesco was good. So, obviously, these guys are quite expensive, but definitely, ideal targets once we can get to upgrading our wing fullback spots. Brandon Smith we looked at. So, yeah, 52 kick meters as well with that near 40-20. It would be nice if he could get that. But, yeah, is that 40-20? Yeah. So that would have been nice to have a one there. But yeah, Siwa Wong, he did also go off injured after the 52 minutes, but 37 tackles, so, super busy. He may have been the option to go over Tupanua. I did like Tupanua's dual position flexibility, though. But yeah, other than that, Sam Walker was okay, 408 kick meters, sharing with Kiri. So they probably sort of cannibalised each other a little bit there. Carrigan, so he still got through 164 run meters, even though he played pretty much the whole game on the edge. So, once he moves back into the middle, his tackles will increase, and you can hold him. It's just unfortunate that he had to sort of take that edge role. Jesse Arthurs was a sort of popular, cheap dual position option. 200 run meters sort of helps, I suppose, with the 40 points there. Don't know how good he is for that every week. I didn't see his number of runs. I don't think we get that in this stats. Might have to look at the NRL website stats. But yeah, I guess if he is going to cut the ball out of the backfield on a regular basis, then it could present some good value at less than 350k. But then after that, I don't know how relevant the players are. Swally with 170 run meters, but only 23 in total. Probably didn't do much else. Yeah, Piakura unfortunately got injured. So what's the 2 points? Was the missed tackle for getting knocked out. That's unfortunate. Oh well, that happens. And yeah, so I think that's about all bases covered. I haven't actually looked at the leagues yet to see what we can see. coming eighth in this league. Can you see the players? No, that's all right. So top of the league at the moment is best pinger across the land with 395. So that's a high scoring game already against Helen Keller's optometrist. So got their work cut out for them, I guess. And big Keith maybe is it Cafe? I don't know. Big K will go with as yet to get on the board. So maybe just didn't want to bar of Vegas, wanted to sit back and have a look. Could be quite a smart move, but I guess fortune favours the brave, and wanted to get amongst the. If you did get amongst those players, I think you were pretty well rewarded. Nice. All right. Well, I think that's about all we need to discuss in this video. Obviously, tomorrow we'll have a bit of a team list review. Um, it'll probably be more Supercoach centric if I'm going to be 100% honest. Um, but we will definitely do a preview on Thursday going through the final round one team that's going to get locked in, and we'll go from there. Obviously, starting next week, we'll kick off the schedule that I sort of presented previously. Um, so that Monday, Wednesday, Thursday sort of schedule for all things fantasy. So yeah, get on board. Obviously, if you've got any questions, comments, thoughts, feel free to add them in the comments. Even if it's about the audio, I have tried to fix that, and hopefully it's better. Got the headset going, but I may have also worked it out in the editing software. So that helps a lot if I can use the technology properly. But yeah, other than that, if you enjoy the fantasy stuff, remember give the videos a like, subscribe for all the fantasy content, and other than that, we'll catch you in the next one.